We arrive at our Halloween park, nestled in the swamplands of Biosyn Valley in Italy, I guess. Uh, we've arrived at the optimal time of day, dusk. Which makes the lighting the most dramatic and spooky. Apparently, we've had a little bit of lumber fall on the path at some point. Should get maintenance over here to clean that up. Ahead, we can see our primary attraction, the Gyrosphere Tour, our spooky haunted tour. I was gonna say haunted house, but it's not really a house. Let us embark. Okay, I guess I'm in control of the tour. Well, that's fine. It's the VIP treatment. Ahead, you could see the first dinosaur on our haunted tour, some sort of large pumpkin. It has a Euoplocephalus in appropriately orange and black Halloween colors. We have a few of them in the park, as you can see. And here you can see a small, draconic-looking dinosaur, the Dracorex. And there should be one more relatively friendly dinosaur to see on the first leg of our tour before things get really spooky. Well, he doesn't seem to be here quite right now, but we can go off and try to find him on our own. That's the VIP treatment. There it is, the Styracosaurus. Spikes are scary, thus it is the scariest, because it has the most spikes. Again, festively themed in black and oranges. Well, let us continue on with the tour, if we can find the path again in the woods. We move on to the next section of the tour. Some sort of mysterious quarantine pen. What could possibly be in here? Excuse me, coming through. Ah, there it is. The elusive Troodon. They're a parasitic species that like to make their nests in the carcasses of other creatures. If given the chance, that'll include humans, but we are perfectly safe here in the gyrosphere. They are poisonous as well. Oh, there's a lot of them around right now. But do not fear. They are perfectly contained in the quarantine pen, which is just a normal part of the tour. Don't question that. Well, I assure you the goat is not what we're here to see. That is listen, goats are kind of spooky, hence all the like demonic imagery, but I assure you this is not the goat enclosure. Ah, there they are. Another poisonous species, the Dilophosaurus. They can blind and paralyze their prey. You may have heard rumors about a Jurassic Park employee getting disemboweled by these guys. You may have read something about that somewhere, but I assure you those rumors are unsubstantiated and untrue. You may have also heard rumors about these guys being smaller than this, but no, we take accuracy very seriously here in Spooky Jurassic Park, and these guys are much more appropriately sized than you might have thought. The Dilophosaurus is a fairly large theropod after all. It would be very silly if it was only up to waist high. And the tour moves on. Next up. We seem to have some animal carcasses. Something dangerous must be in here. And there it is. The ferocious Allosaurus. A massive predator. That's okay. I assure you that no animal cruelty has occurred here. These are simply Halloween props. We would never deliberately feed our dinosaurs to other dinosaurs. That would just be cruel. We will, however, feed goats to dinosaurs. You also might catch a glimpse of these small Compsognathus that are in this pen to clean up after the Allosaur pack. They're little orange and black guys. They are very hard to see in the grass. And now we come to the swamp. Featuring a selection of imported mangrove trees. We had, at one point, intended to have this swamp be full of mangrove trees, but it turns out the process of transplanting mangrove trees into your European mountain park is very complicated, and thus we don't have as many mangrove trees as we might like to have. This enclosure is home to one single elusive predator that does prefer fish, but will occasionally snack upon a land-dwelling animal if he should so choose. He can be a bit hard to find sometimes. We might need to look around for him here. There he is. The mighty Spinosaurus aegypticus. A massive swampland predator. Now, as we leave the Spinosaurus swamp, ahead of us lies the park's aviary, housing a nightmarish winged creature. You can see it there in the water. Quetzalcoatlus. They will eat fish, but they vastly prefer the tender, succulent flesh of babies. They're monsters, truly. Nothing quite like them in the world. There you can see them both flying in the distance. Size of small airplanes. Absolutely gigantic creatures in size, but not mass. Hollow bones, very lightweight, of course, so that they can fly. Now we cycle back to the Spinosaur pen. Another quick glimpse of him sleeping there after a heavy meal of fish. And I assure you, only fish. Now we enter the spooky woodlands, lit in the distance by unseen structures. These ruins are stalked by a predator never before seen in the history of the genetic record. I think we can see it there now. Yes, the Scorpius Rex. A strange genetic monstrosity. I take that as a sign we should get going. It doesn't appear happy with our presence. We've made it back to the path. We can continue with the tour. Now we come to our final exhibit on the tour. Another creature never seen before in history. She prefers the deep waterways down here. She appears to be sleeping. This is the Ultimasaurus, the ultimate genetic hybrid. Part Triceratops, part Tyrannosaurus, part Velociraptor, part Ankylosaurus. All nightmare engine of destruction. I wouldn't point if I were you. You might upset her. Ah, she's awakening. She seems to have noticed our presence. This was, of course, created back in the 90s and was thought lost. But we here at Jurassic Park have recovered it, remade it. Look how she eats. Well, that'll be it for our special VIP tour of Spooky Jurassic Park. Thanks for coming.